Hello everyone, welcome back to Techify Zone tutorial number 4. In this tutorial, we'll be talking more about operators in Java. In the last session, we actually covered about variables. What are the variables? What are the different types of variables, primitive, non-primitive and all. But this session, as I promised in the last one, we'll be talking more about operators. So my first question, what exactly is an operator? Operator can be a kind of an expression or a special characters or any expressions which can help us to do some mathematical calculations, logical calculations, or even a condition checking. That can be called as an operators in Java. So there are multiple operators in Java. I can refer to like an arithmetic operators, assignment operators. Then we have like, okay, let me type over here. We have arithmetic operators. Okay. Then we have assignment operators. Okay. Then we have unary operators, relational operators. Then we have, I will say, relational operators. Okay. Then I will say we have logical operators, right? And we have others too, like a bitwise operator, shift left, shift right operators. That there are multiple operators in Java. Okay, we have different set of operators in Java, but we'll be covering more on those which actually are we are going to use more in the automation testing, that we are going to use on the daily basis coding in most of the scenarios in automation testing, that you are going to use arithmetic, assignment, relational, logical operators, unary operators, more. So that's why we'll be covering and focusing on these five operators. Okay. So what exactly is an arithmetic operator? As the name state, I would say any of plus, minus, multiply, I would say mod and divide. Okay. So that we can say that any arithmetic operation that we want to do, like multiplication, division, modulus, addition, subtraction, whatever we want to do, we can perform that. So I will say these are used to perform a simple arithmetic operations. Either it can be on a primitive or a non-primitive data type. So these are the arithmetic operators. So let's type an example over here. I've already declared int a is equal to 20, b is equal to 30, and c is equal to 40. So let's use them. If I use this like this, what will be the output? A plus B. I'm using an arithmetic operator over here. And surprisingly, I have integer A is equal to 20, B is equal to 30. So the output should be A plus B, right? So let's go ahead with the output. It should print me 50. That's correct. It's giving me a 50. What if I do like this? I did A multiply by this. Okay, then it will be a multiplication. 20 into 30, 600. What if I do like this? It give me 0, because it was like 20 divided by, or if I increase it, 60. Okay, then if I do it, then it will be 2. Okay, so technically A divided by B, but most of we know about plus, minus, multiply, divide, but very few of us actually talk about this. A mod B. What will be A mod B if my A is equal to 60 and B is equal to 30? Then what do you think? What will be the answer? A mod B will give us the remainder of division. So if I say A is my 60 and B is my 30, so if I divide like 60 by 30, so technically my remainder value is 0, because it's a divisible, right? And my quotient is 2. That's why I got A divided by B as 2. But if I do it A mod B, it will give me 0, right? So let me change something over here. Okay. Let me do like this 62. Okay. So that we have some modulus remaining. So 2 will be the modulus remaining. Now what I am getting is A mod B. What it is? It's actually the remainder. Now if I do a division over here, So I'm getting 2 because it's returning me an integer. It's not returning me any float or a double. But what if I do like this? I typecast it. It gave me a float value 2.066666. You can see. So even you can customize your outputs. If I don't specify anything over here and I am dividing an integer over an integer, which means the output should be an integer, but I am expecting an output as a float, so or a double, then what I need to do is I actually need to typecast it. Okay, so this is known as a typecasting. So you can see the difference between float and double. The number of decimal values. See, see the difference. Float is having hardly 6 to 7, but it's more than 7. Double is having more than 7, right? So that's, I will say, it's these are the basic arithmetic operators which we'll be using on very daily basis, like any for any calculation, any addition, concatenation. So these are basically used. Even if I talk about the concatenating operator, which is a plus one. So what if I do like this? Sorry, my bad. I am writing, suppose I'm writing a name. My name is Sumit. Okay. Sumit plus A plus Techify. So what will be the output? This is not doing any addition or subtraction over here. This is actually changing its nature, which is doing a concatenation. It's clubbing the different strings. So when we have string adding to a integer and then again we have a string, the higher hierarchy of that data type is like string is sitting on the top of integer. So technically, it will not do a plus, just like we do a plus b. It will do a concatenation. So what it will say? Sumit 62 Techify because A's value was 62. Now you guys are getting it. How even the arithmetic operators changes as per the data types. If I am using a very high level data type, then the small level data type will doesn't matter over there. But what if I'm using A plus B? Then it will return me an addition. A plus B will give me an addition. 62 plus 30, 92. See, now Plus is even changing its own way of dealing with Java. If I have a high primitive data type, like a non-primitive data type, I have string, which is ruling over integer, then the plus will be acting as a concatenating object. But if I'm having integer, float, double, then plus will be acting as a arithmetic operator. Okay, so that was an arithmetic operator for you guys. So now let's go ahead with the assignment operator. So what exactly is assignment operator? That's clearly stated, and we are already using it over here as well. So assignment operator is nothing else but an equal to. Okay, I will say an equal to, which is actually assigning a value. What is A is equal to? A is equal to 20. What does it mean? It means A is getting a value as 20. So A is getting 20 as assigned value. You're getting my point? A is equal to 20 means like equal to operator is actually assigning a 20 value to a variable. So that's an assignment operator. But we can also tweak the assignment operator. Okay, so let me show you how to tweak it. Suppose I'm writing a plus equal to 2. Any idea what does it mean? And if I print it like this, a, how this is different from the previous one? Previously I was having a is equal to 62. Now I'm writing a plus equal to 2. What I am doing is I'm combining two different operators in the same line. I'm combining an arithmetic operator with an assignment operator. So technically this statement means a is equal to a plus 2, which means I am using an arithmetic operator a plus 2 alongside I'm using an assignment operator equal to, where else your 62 plus 2 is equal to 64, which is getting assigned in this a variable. So if I run over here, it will give me 64. You're getting it? So what I did is a plus equal to 2. It's a very short form of writing a is equal to a plus 2. In the same manner, you can write a minus, which will similar like 62 minus 2. It will print me 60. See, in the same fashion, you can write this. So, so it will mean a into 2, which will give me an answer 120. Similar fashion, go ahead with the divide. It will give me 30. But will it work with mod? That's a surprising fact. Will it work? What do you think? Will it work with mod? Yes or no? Let's try. Will it work? If I do it, yes, it will. So arithmetic operators can be combined with the assignment operators in this format. Okay, but you can't use like this. Don't try to use it because it will give you an error. Okay, so always try to use it like this: a mod equal to 2, a plus equal to 2, a plus, like that. Okay, so that's a interesting concept, right? Like we can combine different operators together as well to form a unique expression. You're getting it? Okay, great. So let's talk more about further. I have int a is equal to 2, suppose. Now let's talk about unary operators, or I will say unary instead of using the word unary operator, uh, which actually means unary operators means which only need a one operand. By operand mean only need a one variable. It don't need a two different variables to form an expression like a plus b. Arithmetic need a plus b. Even assignment need a is equal to 2, right? So right now, to work with unary, you don't need two different operands. You need a single operand. Okay. So I will say a plus plus, which means actually what it means. I will show you. Actually, it means a is equal to a plus 1. So if I write like this or like this, these both are having same meaning. And if I write a plus plus, it also have the same meaning. So you can see there are multiple ways to write a single statement. I can go ahead with a plus plus. I can write with a is equal to a plus 1. I can write it like a plus is equal to 1. Okay. Okay. Now, see, you can see like a plus plus can be written in a different way. In the same manner, we have, so this is actually known as, let me type it down. This is actually known as an increment. Okay. And there is a same similar fashion. I will write down a minus minus, which is also known as decrement. Okay. Which actually means a is equal to a minus 1. Okay. So we have a unary operator to go ahead with a plus plus. So this is also known as, what I have written is a plus plus, which is meaning as a post increment. Okay, and this is also known as post decrement. And if I type it like this, minus minus a and plus plus a, so it means it's a pre decrement. And this one, which I have written over here, it's a pre increment. What do you mean by pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement? How these are different with each other? That's also a question, right? So pre-increment means that it will increment the value first and then use the original value. Post-increment means it will use the original value first and then will increment in the next step. So I will show you how it works actually. Let me comment out these three. So to showcase you the difference actually. Okay. So let me print this one, a plus plus over here. So what do you mean if I say a plus plus is equal to a is equal to a plus 1? What do you think that the output will be? As for you, it will be 3, right? A is equal to a plus 1, then a is 3, right? But the output is 2. Why? Because it's a post increment. It's not a pre increment. So now what if I do like this? Now the value will be 2 and 3. See? Because post increment means that it will use the original value first, then it will increment in the next step. So over here, it just use the a value, but in this one over here, it is using the a plus 1 value. Okay, so if I say increment is equal to, so a plus plus is equal to similar to a equal to a plus 1. So which means that this a is going to used over here and this a plus 1 is going to use in the next step. In the similar fashion, if I say plus plus a, which means your first step will be a plus 1 and then your next step will be a. So let me prove that too. What if I reverse the roles? Now, okay, now let's reverse the roles. I'm using this one. So let me comment this one out. So I'm just typing system.out.println plus plus a. Now the result will be 3. See, it's first incrementing and then using that incremented value. You're getting my point? Are you getting? Okay, cool. I hope you guys are with me till now. And we are going to use the similar approach for the decrement and increment. The same approach you are going to use into. So that's a kind of a study for you now. I want you guys, whosoever is right now watching this particular video, I want you guys to actually learn this concept. And this is very important concept if I talk about the loop statements, while loop, if loop, the condition breaking, how to increment it. And over there, you are going to use these kind of statements very, very common. Okay. So let's talk further about our another operator. Our other operator is relational operator. So what actually are the relational operators? Any idea? What are relational operators? I will say, let me erase this first. Int a is equal to 2, b is equal to 5. Okay. Relational operators are which can have some relation like equal to, less than, greater than, not, not, equal to, like these. These can be like your relational operators. Okay. If I copy down from one of my another session over here like this, so these are your relational operators. So equal to means that I'm checking something is equal to, the a is equal to b, which means a should be equal to b. If I'm talking about not equal to, which means a should not be equal to b. If I need a true statement out of it, true input out of it, then a should not be equal to b. Less than, a less than b, a less than equal to b, a greater than b, a greater than equal to b. Okay, let's do it now. So these all logical operators, relational operators, sorry, will be returning you boolean values, which will be either true or false. So if I use like this, a equal to b. So what do you think? 2 is equal to 5? No. So what will be the output? It will be false. Now what do you think? 2 is not equal to b. So it is a true statement. What if a is less than b? Yes, a is a less than b. Is a less than equal to b? Yes, I will say a is less than or equal to b. When I say or, which means either of the statement can be true. Okay. So is a greater than b? No, it's not a greater than b. Is greater than equal to b? If what if I have it 5? Then yes, it is greater than or equal to b. You can see the difference. Now I got it. So in the same manner, you have to use all these conditions. Either you can use an if statements, if else statements, ladder ifs, okay, during your switch cases, your assertions, especially in the, if I talk about automation testing, we mostly use in these assertions. Is this particular text matching with text one? Is this extracted output is matching with my input on the web application or not? So that's all we have to focus using these relational operators. Okay, I hope you got the clarity about the relational operators. If still you have any doubt related to these four operators till now, whatever I've explained, you can ping me directly on the chat box. You can even ping me or even mail me over there on the registered email ID of us. So I will be surely replying back to you. Okay. Let's move ahead with the logical operator. What exactly are the logical operators? Or, and, okay. So these are the logical operators. These three I will refer as a logical operators. So this actually means, so let me type now. This actually means or, okay, and this actually means and, okay, and this actually means not. So if I have like this, int a is equal to 4, comma b is equal to 9, and like this, if I write if, I'm writing an if block, okay, if a is equal to 2, okay, or b b equal to 9, then do a print. I will say success. Okay. So now, as per you guys, what do you think? What will the output? Either it will print me success or it will print me failure. So what do you think? What will be the output for this one? A is equal to B 2 or B equal to 9. So by or I mean any one of the statement. I will repeat my statement again. Any one, either any one of the statement, either the left one or the right one, should be true. If this is true, then if any one of this is true, then it will be returning as a true statement to the if. Okay, but if both are false, then it will go to the else block. So over here, a is equal to 2. No, that's incorrect. B is equal to 9. Yes, that is correct. So if either B statement is true or A statement is true, I'm going to get a success. Okay, but what if I have this? My both statements are incorrect. So it will technically it will go in failure. But now suppose if I have one of my statement correct, but I'm using an and operator. Okay, I'm not using an or operator, I'm using an and operator. For and, there is a condition that both of your left, either left or right, both should have a same condition. Both should be true. Okay. A equal to 4, that is correct. But B equal to 10? No, that is not correct. So technically it should give me fail. But what if I add B as a 9? Now my both statements are true, which give me a success. So for and, you need to have both your statements true, but for your or operator, you need to have only one statement as true to fall under the if block. Otherwise, it will go to the else block. Okay. Now, again, if I have like this, not equal to 4, sorry, not equal to 4. So a not equal to 4, it will fall under fail because a is equal to 4. So I'm using an incorrect. Got it? Okay, so this can be treated as a different way as well. Suppose I am using as 4. Okay, let me retry the same expression. Okay, this one. Okay, and I am using a block. So as per you guys, what was the output of this one? This one should give me a failure, correct? Because I'm using an AND block and I'm using one statement incorrect, so it will give me a failure. But what if I add a not? Then it will give me a success. How come this change happened? So this is why, because not block will reverse the output. With this, my output was false, but not block actually change, this not expression actually change my whole output. My false got changed and converted into true. So now my if block is recognizing it as a true, so it went into a success. That's why I got the success as my output. You're getting it? So that was our today's topic, operators. And this was a very fun loving topic for me as well, because I love to teach these kind of topics to you where we have more area to explore via practical. Okay, and this is a really really vast topic, I will say, to actually explore. And there are a lot of areas which you can explore using operators, different combinations, different permutation and combinations you can try over here, and you can explain a lot of things over here. Okay, so I will suggest go on, do some hands-on practice on different set of operators, combine the operators together and try to form something different, and then come up with something like you have never expected before. Okay, so that was my today's session. Thank you so much for attending tutorial number 4, operators on Techify Zone. Do subscribe the channel if you're still there, and don't miss any update. Thank you. Bye.